Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome to another stream. This time I'm here with you. It's Sunday and I think for this stream I will start a new picture. I currently have no idea yet what I will be drawing. Let's just throw a bunch of paint on the canvas and see where that leads us. I have a bit of an idea for a Cavern-like thingy, but yeah, let's just see how that turns out. Maybe I changed my mind halfway through. Actually, it's a bit weird that I can't increase the size of the brush. It just stops at 4000 pixels. That's okay. I do want to, as I have the black and white view. Okay. When I'm first laying down the values here, I do want to keep an eye on the main composition, and I think already this looks kind of interesting. It has a bit of a how do I put that? Of an industrial vibe to it, but it still looks pretty natural, and it has a bit of a look of something really epic and really big, and I do want to keep that. Maybe this here is a bit too dark. Okay, I think the main color value is nice, but I like to have a bit of color variation in here. As for now, it's a bit just like orangey and yellow. I want to get a little bit of textures going here. As for now, it's actually it's quite interesting to have some green elements going on here. Yeah, I think it was more a bit of an accident, but maybe that's not the worst idea. This is a bit random, so I do have to do that a few times just to get something that I like. Okay. Okay, that's way too saturated, so mean to do that. Not that small either. So okay, this looks okay now. Yeah, I imagine those. I'm working pretty abstract here. I'm fully aware of this, but still you can see the main composition of the piece already. And I do want to have like some little rocky areas here. I imagine that would be kind of cool. The thing is with those elements that I add, I tend to worry first about composition and main layout of everything, and what it finally is or resembles, that is more of an afterthought. Usually that falls together quite nicely. That means I start with something and then I see something in there. Actually, that's it's a lot of what's fun for me, to see those little areas and determine what they want to be. Still using Fences brush. I love this one so much. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I've just started doing a new picture. I just slapped a bunch of color on the canvas and now we look for something which it does resemble. So currently I have no real clue on what to paint, but you already can see it kind of evolves into a cavern type situation, which is what I was going for. But still I can still change a lot to this, so for now I'd like to keep it rather natural without like maybe those elements in the background are human made. I still haven't really decided. But yeah. I do think that I want to separate those planes a little bit more and maybe add another layer of rocks. Just that, grab the round brush and then do a little bit of separation in here. And you already can see that it pushes back the rock area there. Brush. And separate the area here. I do need to uncheck this so that we get a nice separation. Yeah. I actually do this trick quite a lot. Usually what I do is I mark an area, then I choose the round soft brush and push everything back a bit, or maybe drag it further to us by making it darker. But usually it's the other way around. Usually I push something in the back rather than pulling it up. I feel like this is a bit too dark. Yeah, maybe something like that. Usually what you do want to do is have a lot of variety in the shapes, not just have one kind of shape repeated over and over again. Maybe I add another light source in here. Not totally sure, but let's just try. If it really doesn't work, I can go back. Also, you notice that I'm not really concerned with being like overly precise with this lasso tool. I just paint over it again and again, so having it just a bit on the looser side is totally okay. Yeah, that's nice. Why not? Maybe we can include a little bit of light here as well. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, we had this greenish tint. Maybe this could be an interesting variation. what I constantly do, and what you don't really see as my my face is in this area here, but I constantly check the small little icon, which gives me a rough estimation on how the composition is working. This really helps to get the composition down. I think that I want to maybe multiply. Okay, that's way too dark. And you can see this constant pushing back and forward again and again. Sometimes you have to do that really a couple of times until something sticks. This will be a little bit of a foreground element here. And as you can see, I'm going a little bit more into refining now, as I really don't need to intricately paint everything in this area. Sometimes just leaving things the way they are. I mean, I could do a little bit better on those textures. Okay, I don't even know if that makes anything better. Yeah, but you don't have to paint every detail. Sometimes having something a bit more suggestive works a lot better. Just save. I do want to constantly think about light and shadow now, as this will be pretty important for the next steps. I mean, you can kind of see that not everything is working fully yet. But then, like I said, sometimes you need to throw a bunch of paint to the canvas and something is working. Sometimes it isn't. But it's better to have something on the canvas rather than not having it. Because you can always push colors around. Hey, it's Salva. Nice to meet you. Nice to have you on the stream. Today I'm doing a bit of a I do new painting and a bit of a, I think it's supposed to be like a Cavern type of thingy. I'm still very early in the process, so I've just laid down the main foundation and I'm constantly improving it now and see what works and what doesn't. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Usually on Sunday I'm a bit more on the very tired side, but today I'm actually feeling quite well. So how are you doing? Oh, thank you. I just started it. Oh, actually, I can't tell you how long because oh no, it's about half an hour I needed for this. But usually it's what I always tell my stream viewers that you need to basically have a good foundation. If your composition is working and if it basically, you can already see that I have a clear separation of the foreground, of the midground and of the background, and they are all different color values. And if you do that in landscape painting, then you will have a great time because this is how 99% of landscape painting actually works. You can pull it off by having the values a bit more diverse, flipping around. Like here I have multiple layers of midground, yeah, but still the main principle usually holds true. Yeah, also a bit sleepy. Yeah, that's usually what happens to me on Sundays, and sometimes I'm so sleepy that I can't do the stream, but this is more of a medical thing. Actually, I already did my siesta, my midday sleep, so now everything is okay. What is also always a good idea is to flip the canvas around and see if you can spot something. I mean, obviously this thing here is very unrefined. I need to work on that a bit, but still something like that. I don't know, it creates a bit of a weird tension here. I also think it's a bit too saturated, a bit too high value. Hi Jesse Sparrow, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good too. How is everything? Street cities. Yeah, actually, let me just pause for a second. Let's just save. Not that Affinity likes to crash. Okay, let's see. This is something we did on a last stream. I did like this really huge sci-fi city here. So we already did that. If you like, you can view the video on demands, but I think now they are kind of gone. But I saved them and I will upload them to YouTube in February. Sorry about this bit of a weird date that I don't upload everything just at once. Would be a bit hard to explain why I do that this way. But on February you have everything you can look. I do that from this year. Let's open the first sketch. I mean, I think I already saved over that, but so this was the first sketch, and you can see all I did to have that evolved into this. So if you're interested, yeah, that's a possibility. You didn't hear a thing, so my audio is working, is it? I think it is. Please, if anything is off with my stream, just tell me and I will try to fix that. Actually, this is way too bright here. Need to turn that down a lot. Let's just get rid of the grid. I know for viewers that having the grid is not such a nice experience because it constantly blocks your view, but I always say I prefer working with a grid, as this gives me really nice control over perspective and getting everything really nailed down in a nice way. Oh, it's either music is too loud. Okay. I hope it's better now. Also, it's either, do you have a stream on your own? I mean, sorry if you showed up earlier and I just have forgotten. Terribly sorry if that's the case. But if you do stream on Twitch, I would also like to view that maybe. Yeah, basically what you want to do if you have a really strong orange light source, you want something that is blue in the shadows. It's basically what all those Transformer type movies do. They go for this really heavy color contrast. That's because it does look good. Yeah, I can relate to that. Sometimes you have a lot of anxiety. Actually, I had that I think a week ago or something. It wasn't really about drawing. It was more about drawing and composing. And I've read this great. It's actually a good article on Reddit about what you should do and shouldn't do when you compose, and what should be posted on Reddit, and what qualifies as good and what doesn't. And he has good points. It was like a professor from a university, and very good points. But still, it made me feel like really miserable, and made me feel like everything I do is kind of sucks. Yeah, so if you struggle with that, I can tell you this one thing. Everybody, I mean, if you admire an artist, I mean, someone who is still living, I can guarantee you that he or she also struggles with those thoughts and issues. Yeah, it's a really universal thing. I guess also that can be mitigated by some factors, and not everything has this as bad as another person, but still you will have that thoughts, I think. Why did it make me feel miserable? Yeah, actually, good question. Because usually I'm like hard critic of myself. And when I when I read something that is directed at beginners' work, and I still think to myself, oh yeah, I do that as well, and this too, and this also, and then I think maybe a lot of the stuff that I do is just subpar, and yeah, I don't know. It's kind of silly in a way. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because, yeah, you mentioned it, that you have those same feelings. Like I say, I can guarantee that everybody has those thoughts in one form or another if they're doing like artistic stuff and taking it a bit seriously. Yeah, I totally get that. Usually I don't have the problem of not knowing what to draw. I usually just basically what I do now here, I just start to put paint on the canvas, and then something just naturally emerges, and I actually like the process of doing things this way quite a lot. Yeah, and I do want to do something perfect, yeah, in a way. I can really relate to that. As for example, I'm still doing all environmental work here. I just think my character art is not that good to begin with, but then I also have the problem that when I try to do this on stream, I'm so much pressured to not screw up, and I feel like with environmental art, I feel pretty confident that it just works, and if it doesn't work, I just paint over it. And with character art, I feel like if the proportions are not really tightly right, it just doesn't work, and sometimes I can't do that when I even paint for my own. I can't pull that off, so I'm really having a bit of anxiety to the character stuff here on Twitch. But I think a lot of people, for them it's the other way around. They might have trouble coming up with environmental art. But still, the human body is a real tough thing to tackle. I don't know about this here. I feel like it's a rather large area where I maybe want to have not so sure. I think it would benefit from another mid-ground element, but I have to be a bit careful how I approach this. Yeah, using references and messing up the anatomy. Yeah, can totally relate to that. Happens to me all the time. I mean, I had this time where I did a lot of gesture drawings and stuff, and I felt like it improved a bit. It's still a bit subpar. A bit hard to tell what color to use here to do the separation. Also, I don't really like the shape of this thing. But let's change. Like I said, with environment I have no problem painting over and over again until something works. Want to include a little bit of bluish tones here too. Let's look for the palette. Might be a bit too bright, but I think when you're doing this approach of constantly laying color down, it's a better idea to keep stuff you're not totally happy with it, and constantly improve on that rather than just erasing everything out, which sometimes is necessary, but usually I feel like having the more analog feel of putting something down and it really is now there yields the better results in the end. Okay, I do think I'm getting a bit overboard. Do I need... No. Okay, I tell that and I do the exact opposite. I have to watch out a little bit now, as when I started I had a bit too little color variation, and now I feel like in spots it's a bit too much, so I have to tone that down a bit. Oh. It's hard to make decisions here. And also I think I don't totally know if I'm too happy with the bluish color here. When I first laid it down it looked good to me. Yeah. I do really want to first check the color values. It's always a good idea. And also I want to look at the perspective and really get that down a bit more. Yeah. But I do think for shadows it's a tad too bright. Like when you look at the, well, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It's on the verge. Yeah, that's actually me playing. Yeah, maybe not totally playing, but I composed this piece, so it's a combination of playing it a bit slower and then adding tempo in post. But I'm more of a composer than I am a piano player or something. My main instrument is actually the drums, so if I'm doing drum stuff, there's a high chance I did that live. It kind of depends on the piece, but usually I do work a lot in software and Cubase and everything, so also guitar stuff is usually done by me. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed. I also did some streams where I tried to compose, and no, not really. Did Affinity just crash on me? Oh no. I think we might have a problem. I think I did save, but it was like a long time ago. Yes? Okay. I mean, better than nothing. Yeah. As much as I like Affinity, it has those crashing issues, and it's always like really heartbreaking when this happens, and it just did. So at least I have some form of backup here. Not everything's lost, but still quite a lot. I'm so sorry, now I have to do that all over again. Yeah. I really would like to see some improvement in the stability of Affinity. Otherwise, it's really neat software, but this is just... And I actually have no idea what is causing this. I mean, this is a pretty powerful system that I run here. I have like, I don't even know, is it 32 or... I think it's 32 bits of RAM, gigabits of RAM. And nice graphic card, nice processor. Yeah, I'm at work. I work with Final Cut basically, but now we're switching a bit to DaVinci as well. And yeah, I totally. But to be honest, I've never experienced so much crashes as with Pro Mac and Final Cut Pro. it's actually insane how much that thing crashed. So yeah, not a fan. It has some redeeming workflow qualities, but still, yeah, not a big fan. I think I improved this area and now it's back again to its original state. Yeah, I totally get you. I really hate this crashing stuff, but I think everybody does. Let's get this brush here. I don't know if I was on that. Yeah, I really have to worry a bit about the perspective at this point. Also, what I'm thinking a lot in the last time is about the texture quality of my paintings. As you can see, I'm really a bit of a fan of this hard-edged approach. I mean, I do use this soft round brush to push things back and forth into the image, but besides that, I think there's a lot of hard edges in my work. And not always does this improve the piece. I mean, it gives my images a bit of a identity, I'd say, but and I don't want to change that. I don't want to go back to like really not having a style at all or something, but I do want to improve it a bit. So I don't exactly know how I incorporate those really brave brush strokes and have texture, but still have some edges that fade into one another. It's not an easy thing to pull off for me. Okay, chat, what do you say? Should we include some man-made structure or even a creature or something in here? Or should we just stick with this natural rock formation? I actually don't know what I want to do with that, so you guys might decide. Oh, thanks so much, it's Sava. really like that you dig the texture work, but I still think it's something that can be improved a bit. I mean, that's just for a short moment. Why doesn't this work? Let's close this check. Yeah, okay. Let's maybe I've saved it, okay, so Affinity shouldn't crash. But if we look at some of my other paintings, this is something we did on the last stream, and still it has this this hard edge look to it, and that doesn't totally work on all the areas. But still I like it a lot. And something abstract we did was this. This was also done on stream. I like this one too.
Some of the pieces?
Oh, pizza. Okay, so I think we're doing a pizza break now. Actually, my girlfriend made pizza, so yeah. I have no idea. I'm a little bit hungry, but maybe I eat 1 or 2 slices and that's it, if that's okay with you. Maybe I can switch a bit around with my images and you guys can see them.
So
I don't think I can paint and eat at the same time.
oh no. The pizza loses its...
This is also something which was done on stream. This was more of a bit of a... you see a lot of the photo bash elements there, but still when I started it was done pretty much from scratch. So those were added at post. Thank you. Thanks so much, Salva. So also this one's pretty nice, but it still has the same kind of look to it.
Well,
and here in this area I have
now because I don't know, but
thank you. Okay, so sorry about that. I just eat a slice of pizza.
So, do you want something from the rest of it, and I can
No,
do another piece later?
you can have it.
Because I have my own.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
You can leave it there. Maybe I eat a slice or two later after the stream.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Sure.
cheesy goodness with onions and olives. So sorry about that. It wasn't planned, but it's
and
okay.
mushrooms and what's Knoblauch in English?
Have you said something?
Yeah, I said and mushrooms and
mushrooms.
olives and I forgot what's Knoblauch in English.
It's really good.
Knoblauch in English?
Garlic.
Garlic.
Yeah. It's also self-made pizza.
Mine has neither garlic nor onions.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Normally my streams are a bit more streamlined. But yeah.
Sorry about that.
Actually, this thing here is interesting because this was blocked by Instagram for profanity. Please tell me, what does this picture have to do with profanity? I really don't get it. I think Instagram, I just joined like 2 weeks ago or something, and I think it's broken beyond repair. Pizza is so good. Yeah, somebody flagged it for profanity or something, and it's not like a lot of people knew me or I posted anything mean or something. I didn't post anything, so I don't know why anyone would flag this as inappropriate, but okay. And now I can't upload it anymore. It's very, very weird. Maybe we can have a look at another picture, just that you have something to look at. I think this is what I actually did on the second stream, and it's a bit similar to what we're doing now. Yeah. Still, it's something different. Drawing is too hot, yeah. Maybe that's the case. I actually have no idea what the hell is going on. Yeah. Oh, this icy thing was also quite nice. This was a little bit of the earlier works when I actually quit drawing for something like 15 years, and I just recently came back to it. I think it's Phyrexis as well, but let me have a look actually. Yeah, it's Phyrexis too. Basically, that's my go-to name.
Hey, it's a mukbang now. Mukbang?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, everybody leaves. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, sorry.
It's okay.
Because I said mukbang. Mukbang?
Actually, this one, I really like to finish that at some point. It had a lot of interesting textures. It's still pretty rough, but yeah, I do enjoy this quite well. Yeah, what made me quit? Basically, since I had a bit to choose between doing music and doing art. Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, the feng shui thing. Okay. Yeah. So I had to choose between those two things, and late in school I settled for actually art class instead of music. And I was really trying my best to get accepted into something design related, and I did a portfolio, and I submitted my application for university, and I was rejected, like you can imagine. So that's when I first studied a bit of computer science. Finally decided that it's not really for me, but after all, now that I'm doing my psychology PhD, I'm doing so much computer science related stuff that actually it's come full circle all over again. Yeah, but after that I studied musicology, really liked that. And I composed. Oh, sorry. I composed a lot. Like, I have 350 songs on my homepage or something. They're all all uploaded there. So I think it was a bit of a, yeah. In the end, it was fortunate that I don't have to work in the art industry or something, that I can just stream whenever I like on Twitch, and this is totally fine for me. And that I have a really good paying job now. But yeah, basically that meant that I focused on one thing, and it was music in that case, and I didn't draw at all. And like I said, I just recently came back when I bought this new tablet, and then I thought, oh, maybe I can give this whole Twitch thing a go, and turns out I really liked it. Yeah, computer science can be really cool. Then again, I like to be at the, in both camps, like in the psychology camp from the one side. I mean, it's obviously like educational psychology, edutech, and we do a lot of stuff with statistics. So this also has a kind of close relation to certain ways of computer science stuff. Okay, last slice, then I'm finished, then I will go back to painting. I'm so sorry that you have to watch me eat.
So sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to feel sorry. I'm really grateful for the pizza. It tastes amazing. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Nice to have you here. I just finished my one slice of pizza, and then I will go on to draw again. Yeah, do cook something now. It's really good idea. Okay, maybe I can switch to something something character based, because I explained earlier in the stream that I'm really not confident in this. Let's just see where this old, no, I think it's this thing. This is like the best thing I did, and I still like that, but it took quite some time, and obviously it's based on reference. But I won't be able to pull off something like this on stream. No freaking way. I have one or two character related things also, but I actually can't show them on stream because of nudity reasons, so I won't do that. I think this is okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. I mean, obviously I put a lot of time into this, so this looks still, I think it looks nice, but I won't be able to pull off something like this on stream. I'm very sure. Thanks so much. Glad you enjoyed. This is actually all very old work. You can already see that it was done in 06. Like this is 15 years ago. Yeah, it's actually crazy. Yeah. Let's just go back to Affinity. Yeah, also I have some pictures that didn't go anywhere, but I think everybody has. Like this I even did on stream, and I'm really not happy with it, but I will still show it to you guys. I actually don't know which is the last version. I think it's this, but I'm not sure. I still kind of like the composition, but then again I wasn't able to fully get the main point of the painting, which is this snake serpent kind of thing. And yeah, I wanted to do like those AD&D illustration kind of stuff, and obviously I didn't finish any of the characters. I would have done that later, but sometimes I say to myself, oftentimes I say, if something doesn't work completely, it just wastes my time, and the time is better spent if I do another painting. Yeah, it was really tough to draw. I mean, I tried everything with perspective and everything, but it still didn't totally work, so yeah. So maybe you are encouraged. I also fail a lot. Everybody does. Okay. Pizza is done. Let's just close everything here again. What did I change here? I think I drew over that to illustrate something. Okay. I have to come back into the flow, which isn't always that easy to do, but I try. Actually, what I'm doing now could be also considered a bit of a trick, besides my constant pushing and pulling with the soft round brush. I like to emphasize edge changes by having, you see that you have like this two dark areas which kind of clash. I mean, it's pretty much the same color, and as soon as I introduce a little bit of lighter color at the very point those two connect, I have a much cleaner separation, and this is a trick I constantly do. I mean, obviously not every time this works perfectly, but still it's a nice trick to have up your sleeves if you're painting landscapes. Okay, actually I have no idea if they are really new people there, or, or if they're just bots. Sometimes I get a little bit of visit from those. I don't know. So if you're new to the stream or just came back, I finished my pizza and Now I'm drawing a bit. Hope you all do fine and enjoy the stream. My girlfriend plays Switch. Looks at me.
I'm so sorry for interrupting the stream.
I think it's Animal Crossing, is that? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's so hot in here again. It's a little bit weird because our radiator, I think, do you call it? Radiator? It knows two values. Either way, it's a Finnish sauna or it's like Siberian cold and nothing in between. So we had Siberia for a few days now, and now it's time for tropical flare. I don't know. Snow outside. We had. Did we have snow a little bit? Yeah, not much though. I mean, we're here in Germany and really not at a high altitude, so
there's snow in
yeah.
places
But still,
in Germany,
even if it's not snowing, did you say something?
yeah, so there's snow in many places in Germany at the moment. But
Snow in many places in
yes,
Germany.
it's like
Yeah.
very warm. It's a warm region of Germany.
We're here in a very low altitude area, so yeah, we usually don't have that much snow here.
That's so sad.
It's okay though.
That's sad.
Actually, I now have a bit of a saving anxiety. I don't want to lose the picture all over again. If you're new here to the stream, we had a little bit of a crash going on about, I don't know, maybe half an hour ago. So I really have to be careful that this doesn't happen again. Also a nice trick. I don't know if you're really that interested in drawing tricks or not. Maybe you can tell me. But at least I have something to talk about then. Another nice trick is to have the third vanishing point here at the top. As you can see, this isn't a straight line. Oh, obviously this isn't a straight line. Let me try. Okay. This and this, and you can see it's really it has an angle to it. Yeah, and basically what this helps to establish is a little bit more of a really epic scale. If you do that with just vertical lines, it tends to be a bit more on the stiff side of things. So usually I like to include that vanishing point. No. Was just trying something out, but I don't think it's working as intended. Yeah, quite like this green. Gives it a bit of a variation here between all those orange tones. I really want to be careful that I have enough variation on the size of the objects. As for now, I think like I have like this and this, so this should be a bit larger here. Bit complicated to explain that while I draw it. That having constant variation in the size of your objects on a compositional level really helps to glue everything together. If this is somewhat lacking, it's usually immediately obvious. Okay, let's rotate the image, see if everything is still working. It's always a bit of a mind bend when this happens. Sometimes things don't look the way you intend them to. But I do think I want to work on this painting in the next stream as well. Usually, you know me, I'm not that big of a guy for overly detailing things, but then again in the last stream I kind of liked one thing really about that. That is, I don't have to think that hard about the composition anymore, and I can just talk with you guys and be a little bit more of an entertainer than just being very quiet and concentrating on stuff, which is what I tend to do when I start a new picture. I really have to concentrate and focus. So yeah. And also I like that I then have like really nice looking drawings. I do want to keep them still a bit loose. I don't want to overdo everything. But that's usually why I'm a bit prone to continuing pictures quite a bit lately. Okay, I need to check the color. Okay, I suspect that it's way too dark here. This is also a pretty good idea when you're doing landscape type of works, is that you have a gray and white layer activated, so that you can look out very quickly if all the color values are working. And also, Simon, you're almost done cooking, so what's up for dinner? You did it pretty quickly, so I assume it's something noodle related, but I could be wrong. Wraps? Oh, that's a good idea. I also like making and eating those. Also pretty fast, so it's a good weeknight alternative. Or if you're just not that, you just don't have that much time for cooking, which tends to happen. No, I want to have that angle there. Let's look at, I mean, it's pretty saturated and it's pretty high value. Maybe we can add a little bit more. Don't want to overdo it though. So usually this procedure is kind of a good idea, that you start with rather muted colors, and also when you're doing your highlights that you don't like, I mean, look at this, it's quite saturated, I get, yeah, but still look at all the way this has to go to like really bright white. So I have a lot of wiggle room still here, and also I could include even more saturation, but then again you want to basically start with lower intensity and then gradually build up in places where you need it. You don't want to start with very high contrasts usually. I mean, at least if you're going for a semi-realistic look. I would say this isn't the best approach. Actually not so sure about this one here. The thing with values is also that you tend to overdo them if you're working locally. That's why I also advised you to use a little bit of lower saturated and lower value colors for your highlights, because you go with those highlights into like here I'm working like in this mid-ground region. And if you would do that with the highest value, I mean, this is pretty high, but still a lot of room to go. So now I have even this value, I can push the value here even more if I like to. Oh. Okay, what was that? I think my light just dropped.
No, the neighbors.
No. Sorry to have to have scared you maybe. I don't know. Our neighbors did something, and I hope they didn't burn the house down. Actually, I haven't even my glove on. But the impact was so strong that one light dropped. So I'm a little bit afraid. bit afraid. I hope everything is alright. Yeah, this is way too dark. Also, if you're new to the stream, welcome everybody. I hope you enjoy this little cave scene that I actually just started like about 1 hour and 40 minutes ago. If you are curious how I did this, you can always go back and watch the video on demand, but I will also upload stuff to YouTube in February. So yeah, and I started from basically nothing and just threw colors to the canvas until something emerged, and that was this rather nice image of a cave. Then also, if you like some of the content I do, like this landscape art, a bit, I guess you can say, on the epic side sometimes, with a strong emphasis of concept art, then you're free to join me on my other artistic endeavors. I stream on Twitch usually at Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. UTC +1, which is German time zone, and on Sunday, like I stream now, from also 6 to 8 p.m. So really would appreciate if you would join me and we have a little bit of a talk about art. And also I already said that to your chat. If you like, you can influence this piece. If you think that a giant creature should be here, I can do that. If you think that we should add some man-made structures, I can do that as well. But I can also do everything if you like. No need to get involved if you don't like. It's just a suggestion, you know. Okay. Not what I intended. So I feel it's a bit too bright, is it? Castle, yeah. Maybe we can build a castle in here. Why not? Like, yeah, it also gives me a bit of this Mines of Moria type of feeling. Like Lord of the Rings, yeah. I can totally see that. But I don't think I will start that yet. But on the next stream I will do that. Have to make a mantle and maybe also a written note that I don't forget that. But yeah, like here, like, I don't know, like want good value. I think this is a bit too dark, but Yeah, not really sure. It's just like a mental note for me that we can add something in here. Obviously I won't detail that or do anything fancy to it yet. To yeah, something like that. Thank you, Cyber. Thanks for staying and thanks for stopping by. Really wish you the best. Yeah, prepare for your classes. This is really important. Stream is not so important, but still, thanks for your idea. I think this could really work out quite well with the castle. I do have to switch back some things here, back and forth. Okay. I'm not really sure about the element. Yeah, see you later. Goodbye. Oh. Actually. It was on the wrong layer, that's why this happened. The thing is, I really like this this light element here, so when I go for the castle, maybe I do it a little bit on the subtler side and maybe just here? I don't know. Basically this whole layer is just a reminder that I should do something. But I think still the idea is pretty good. I'm still unsure about this this shadow array here. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Sorry. And usually it's a good idea with all those different mid-ground areas to be rather subtle about things. I mean, I constantly mention this, but it's a really important concept to grasp. Sorry, I have a bit of a sore throat. So sorry. Actually, I think that's my allergies kicking in. So I'm quite allergic to cats. But also to a bit of like dust thingies, and I don't know what happened with the neighbors there, but maybe there was some dust going on, and I feel like I have a bit of trouble to speak. So I don't know. Maybe I should call it a day.
So the bang was so loud that it's kind of just.
Huh? What do you want to say?
Can I talk German?
Du kannst auch Deutsch sprechen, ja.
Ich weiß nicht, wie stark du es mitbekommen hast, aber du hast ja auch gesehen, dass draußen das Licht war und dass es hier so gewackelt hat.
Ja, was war denn das?
Und die Lampe ist auch angefallen. Wir wissen es nicht genau, aber es war so laut, dass sogar der Arthur rausgekommen ist direkt.
Oh Gott.
Und mal auf den Balkon gelaufen.
Oh je.
Und eben war da auch Licht an und der Vater von den Nachbarsjungs war auch im Garten.
Ja, und?
Wir haben geguckt, ob irgendwie ein Böller oder so daneben liegt, weil es hier richtig gewackelt hat.
Ja, ja.
Aber man konnte jetzt noch nichts sehen. Wenn du fertig bist mit dem Stream, wollen wir noch mal aus dem Fenster gucken.
Okay, ja gut.
Aber alle haben sich furchtbar erschreckt. Vermutlich hat jemand einen Böller gezündet und...
Ein Böller meinst du?
Ja.
Okay.
Eventuell ist er gegen das Fenster geflogen. Oder?
Okay. So if you're watching the stream and wondered why I had this little talk with my girlfriend, basically there was a kind of explosion. yeah, it was an explosion. I mean, not like the house didn't explode, but like some small firework went off or something. But actually, the impact was high enough that it kicked out my light, and yeah, we might have to look into that. What happened there? Very weird stream with explosions and everything. Okay. Okay, let me tell you what. I think this came along quite nicely, and I'm pretty happy with it. But then again, I'm really curious about this whole explosion thing. I think I will call this a day. Thank you all for staying with me. And if you like, I will stream next Friday again if everything is going according to plan. So stream shows me that there's one viewer, so thank you for staying with me. If you are human, you don't have to write anything, but just if you're human, nice that you stayed with me. If you are about 10010 okay, that's about it. Still a lot of things to improve. That might be too much color variation going on in this area. I don't know. Maybe this is nice. I mean, it has a lot of variation and I kind of like that on the one side. On the other side might be a bit too much. Hey Black Monolith. So you were the last person on the stream. Thanks you so much for staying with me. I'm glad you enjoyed this little cave that I did. I think I will be... No, it's not finished, but I think maybe you just came on the stream this minute, so you don't know what happened, so I will reiterate again. There was a kind of explosion near the house of our neighbors, and actually it knocked off my light, so... Yeah, you just joined. Okay, so yeah, there was this explosion, and we want to investigate a bit what was happening there. Yeah, crazy stream, really crazy stream. We have no idea what is going on there. I mean, it was a bit like a firework explosion, but like a really big one. So yeah, I would like to investigate that a bit. Okay, concerning this this picture, I started like about to. I don't think so. We saw somebody in the. I mean, my girlfriend saw somebody in the garden.
I'm not sure if I saw somebody in the garden.
She says she's not sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we should have a look into it. And really weird stuff happening. But I don't think anybody was hurt. I mean, it was a loud explosion, but I don't think so. So, and again, back to this piece, which is a bit of a stretch, but I do want to work on that in the next stream as well. I really liked how this came to be. I started basically with a blank canvas 2 hours ago, and now we have this really nice, a bit epic looking cave scene. And one person in the chat suggested that we add some kind of castle. I mean, don't take that for granted. I will work on this, but having like an element here might be a cool idea. So I will definitely work a bit on this idea of having some man-made object here in the back. And I will also improve the various texture here a bit. It's coming again quite nicely, but still some stuff is to do here. So if you like what I did here, I can also show you some of the other stuff that I usually do. It's usually environment related, a bit of a concept art look to it. like, let's have a look at the last stream, which was like those elks here. Please don't crash. Okay, I really need to have saved the other one. This was the last stream. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Like Monolith, thanks so much. Yeah. So this was the last stream, and the stream before that we had a bit of an abstract painting. And before that we had like this deserty. I actually worked quite a long time on this one. This was really challenging, also because of the perspective, but actually was quite rewarding to do that. So this is usually what I do, this kind of stuff. If you like that, I really would appreciate if you could be there on the next stream as well. So, and you already followed, so that's really, really cool. Okay, so now I read the question. Some questions about shading. Yeah, just go ahead. If it's something I can answer, I will try. Usually I also talk a lot about various aspects of doing environmental art, so if you're an artist as well, first of all, then is the question, do you stream on Twitch as well? Then I might have a look at your stream as well. That would be kind of cool. And if you don't stream or are just interested in getting art tips, this is something I usually do constantly, and you can always ask me. Okay, Nix Rackney, I hope this is right. Thank you so much for your follow. Thank you so much. Actually, I just said I'm repeating myself a bit again, but since some new people are coming here, I do want to quit quite soon now, because there was a bit of an explosion near our neighbors, and it actually knocked down my light for the stream. I don't think anybody got hurt, but still we might want to look into that. So this is why we'll be finishing the stream in a short amount of time. But I still have a bit of time to answer your shading questions, like Monolith. That's totally fine, Nix Rackney. I really don't mind people just lurking a bit, and if you like it, I'm really happy to have you here. But that also probably means that you know what is going on with the neighbors. Okay, so I didn't have to repeat that. Okay. Okay, you're doing character work, and main problem with shading usually comes down to the fact that you don't have the experience on how to draw and rotate stuff in 3D. Obviously, I'm not that big of a character guy. I really specialize in environments, but I do have like one character thing which I'm pretty happy about, but it's actually a really old painting, but I can still show you that, as this might relate a bit to your question. Usually when you shade some form of character, you have to try to conceptualize this as a primitive shape, like a sphere or a cube or something like this. And you see here now, for example, this thing here is basically, I hope you can kind of see that it's okay, obviously really bad painting, but still this should be like a cube, and the next cube, and you can also round off the edges of cubes. For example, here this is a bit rounded off, and then you have this areas. Basically, this is a darker shading color, and this is lighter shading color, and you can, by adjusting this and adjusting the edges, like here you have this little rounded off edge. If you can try to do that for the whole painting, you can be quite successful with your shading. Okay. Yeah, sure. Send me your character. I will have a look at that. Links should be allowed, so just feel free to send it if you don't have a problem with it showing on stream. If you don't want to have it show on stream, you can just also message me. That's fine too. Okay, I have to switch monitors now. Okay, so this is the picture you sent. It's actually looking really good. I don't see, especially for this style, which is, it reminds me a bit of the stuff Jezza does. And you know the painting YouTuber, and this has a very vectory look to it. The proportions work really good. Yeah. Also, I really like the details you did on the shoes. That's really great. So yeah, actually I don't know. It might be not what you wanted to hear, as usually. Okay, I should get rid of this. Usually when you want to go for a more like realistic style, I think I can help a bit more, as I'm not as strong with characters, and I'm not that much into like vector arty comic style, but I think you pull that off really well, maybe even better than I could. So yeah, it's actually a great thing to Nix Ragney, sorry. Yeah, totally. You can show your art as well, and I can tell you a little bit on my take. Yeah, like I said, like Monolith, this looks really good. Also, I like the dynamic pose which he does. Like you have this nice angle, and also the other hand which is juxtaposed to it, and also he stands on his toes. I like that detail. So yeah. Okay, so you sent another link on how you want to shade. So can I? Okay. Does this work? I think it does. Yeah, this is more of a realistic style of rendering. It still has a cartoonish flavor to it, but yeah, it's a lot more painterly. So if you do something like this, I could critique it maybe a bit better, as it's more in my sort of style, which I do. Still, the painting which I showed you, well, let me just real quick copy this and Okay, so it's still basically the same thing. You remember me talking about cubes and all that stuff? Like, look at his nose. Okay, look at his nose. Okay, this here is basically a rounded off cube. I mean, you could also make a paint, maybe it's a cylinder, but still it's pretty much the same thing. You have this rather light value where the light hits, which is usually from above, and you have like two shadowy areas, which the point of the nose is a bit more in shadow, and you then have this little highlight which indicates there's a rounded edge. So having to construct this all in 3D definitely helps when you want to achieve that style of shading. I mean, in the beginning it helps to sketch everything out and maybe make this edge changes really obvious, but then again, if you are a bit used to that kind of stuff and you know how to manipulate various color values, you can also do that on the fly. But I would just say, if you're just getting started with this, I would really try to sketch everything out in a very precise 3D kind of way, and then you can put your color on top of that. Okay, Nix. I will call you Nix from now, no problem. So I will look at your painting now. Let me just organize this. Okay, maybe I can copy that as well. This might work better. No, why didn't this work? Copy graphic. Why isn't this? No, now it's working. Sorry about technical difficulties here. Yeah, actually for the most part it's pretty good. The proportions are there. The shading is especially in this area. It looks a bit artificial. It looks like very CG computer generated, because I think either you use the color and dodge pen or you used like this this brush here, which is like really really, how do you put that, like digital looking. This is fine for finding like light sources or something. If you put that in the background and you do, I don't know, I just want to tell you how you can use this these brushes effectively. So don't mind me doing this in a very rushed way now. Okay, yeah, it's okay. I just want to show you. So you can use them for... I also want to invert that. Okay, so if you use colors in that kind of way, I mean, obviously now it still looks pretty much like digital, as you have like no indication of any texture in the background as well. But you see it here, I did that too, like with those areas here. I select them and then use this soft round brush to separate the layers. And this is a very effective way to use this brush. But I feel like with those areas here, you really want to paint them out, this area here. Same with here. Also, it looks a bit I'm not totally sure where the light is coming from, so it looks a bit flat. I don't know. Maybe it's better when I paint a little bit over that. It's hard to tell because when something is hitting the light that strong on this side, I feel like this side should be light as well, and this side too. And if it's like a rounded object, then the shadow should be going here, and all of this should be quite darker. And when something hits the light here, and this is like the most high point, then this should be quite dark, and also this should be quite dark, even darker than you already did. Then again, I feel like this might be a tad too dark. Yeah, you have to really push back and try to use the optimal amount. Like this can't happen also. Like you have those little details in the cloth, and they are all the same value. It's all the same red here. So what you want to do is actually paint over that with a bit of opacity. I can't do that. I won't do that for everything now here, but when you do that, the light actually changes, and you have like, this is a very, very dark color. I feel like this should be a bit more tinted towards the main color of this dress or something. And then again, when you use this really dark color, then just use it on the back where it's facing back to us. So, I mean, obviously, I hope you can get what I mean. Okay. Where I put a shadow. Usually, what is a good idea is to have everything which is on top of, I mean, this is already a pretty light color, but still, everything that comes from the top should be fairly light. Yeah, and the usual thing most people go for is to have a light source like, how do you show that in the best way? Like this. Yeah, like a semi-directional light from above, with a bit of an angle. Then you can have like a shadow color here. I mean, obviously you can, once you know how primitives receive and cast shadow, you can do that for every lighting situation ever. Yeah. Also, when you're doing like those, let me have a look. Those shadow areas. I mean, you have like here. This is your highlight or your midtone. I'm not really sure. That's also there should be a clear separation of highlights and midtones. But then have a look at this, and then yeah, just like I suspected. Look here. Look at this value. It's basically the same color value for the midtones or highlights as for the shadows. And also the distance is not that much. Usually what you want to do is you want to start with the midtone, and then you want to shift your darker color to the either way the bluer area, or in this case maybe a bit more towards the reds, sorry. Yeah, then you have like a color variation in the shadow, and this really helps to make things don't look like she has a bit of this zombie skin at the moment, which might be what you're going for, but still, when you want to include a bit more human elements, you want to have you have this color variation in there. Okay, so I hope you learned a little bit I think you can see that already this helps a bit. I mean, still we would really have to look at the face, as this isn't currently overpainted that much. And also like these areas here, they are like very, very dark. I think that's almost, yeah, this is total black. One thing you should never do is paint with total black. Either pick like a very dark blue or a very dark brown tone. Even a dark gray could work as well. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could talk about the thing still a bit more. I hope you learned a bit, Nix. Also, if you have other paintings you want me to look over, just drop me a link and I will do that. And yeah, I hope I could tell you a thing or two about this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no problem. I really like to do that and to talk about the stuff of other people, because you can really, yeah, you can share your experience, and I think this is a kind of great thing to do. And even though I hope you're not how do I put it? I mean, sometimes I criticize, and it just, I mean that in the most respectful way ever. Everybody has to start somewhere, and I also showed on the stream things that I'm not really confident, and that's totally okay. So if I was a bit too overly critical, I apologize. I just wanted to share knowledge, things that I would like to have somebody say to me when I was at the stage. Yeah. So that's it. I hope I hope I did that correctly. So yeah. Okay. With this one, I thought I saved it. I save it again. Not that it crashes now. And I think I will have now really a look at the already mentioned neighbor thing. Yeah, okay, then I'm glad, yeah, that you could get something out of my ramblings. And like I say, I really appreciate that you were on the stream, and thanks for the follow. So okay, I will leave now. Thanks so much. I wish you all the best. If you like, you can see me again next Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Until then, I'm Sebastian. Goodbye. Take care.